Get rid of the talent button there. Hey guys, it's Jonathan from PlayGuitar.com. I'm going to show you nothing special here today, the major scale, and the finger placement for that. If you remember by now, I think I've showed you the pentatonic minor scale and the diatonic minor scale, which basically are both can be overlaid over the same position. For instance, here, like in A minor, the diatonic, right, and then the pentatonic is, okay. So basically, the pentatonic just cuts out 2 notes from the scale from the diatonic, right? Diatonic means 7 tones, pentatonic means 5 tones, right? So today we're going to look at the diatonic major scale. Okay, so you know that one I just showed you is the A minor diatonic, right? So then the major scale, the relative major scale, here's a handy little tip. If you want to find the relative minor of any particular note or any key, whatever, go down 3 frets. Okay, so here in C, if you're in the key of C major, you want to find the relative minor, go down 3 frets. 1, 2, 3, A. A minor is a relative minor, okay? Little rule of thumb for you. So, for instance, you know the A minor scale, right? So, another place where you can play in that key is the major scale. Now at the beginning there, I was just playing out of the major scale, the A major scale, and I was just kind of noodling around having fun. It's a good way to practice your scales. I mean, it's very, very good to go through just methodically and just practice, you know, just... That's important. You need to get that, you need to get smooth at it and stuff like that. But after you've done that a few times, mix it up a bit, have some fun with it, right? So, anyways, where was I? Back to the explaining the relationships between the two. So basically, if this is your A minor scale, that's your C major scale. You see how it sounds really the same, or very similar? Basically, the difference between the major and the minor is where you start playing the scale. If you actually look at the fretboard and the actual notes that are being played, the note names that are being played, you have all the same notes represented in each scale. The difference is where you start it. In the C scale, the C major scale, you're starting on the C, which is the 1 for that scale. The relative minor scale, the A minor, you're starting on the 6th note of the scale, which is the A. It gives it that different, kind of a sadder tone, right? So anyways, hopefully that explains a little bit of the relationship between the two. But just take, if you get nothing else, just take this away from it, that you can use, if you're in the key of C, for instance, you can solo in the C major scale or the A minor scale. You can solo in either one, right? So it's good to know both of those scales, because those are all within the same key, right? And it gives you access to more of the fretboard. So that said, let's zoom in here and I'll show you the fingerings. So here we are. I'm going to use A major as the example. If you want a free, to show all the different scales that you can play and the positions you can play them, you can head over to PlayGuitar.com and get a free cheat sheet there that you can download to give you some diagrams. But basically, this A major scale, we're going to start it with our ring finger, our middle finger on the A. Okay, that's the root note right there at the 5th fret. So from there, the G sharp right here is actually part of the scale, but we're not going to play it because it's the 7th note in the scale. It would just sound funny. It throws off the kind of the anchor of the scale, right, which is the A. So we're going to start on the A, and then you use your pinky on the 7th fret, also on the 6th string, and then we go up with our index finger on the 4th string, then our middle finger. Sorry, did I say 4th string? I meant 4th fret on the 5th string. Then our middle finger, 5th fret, 5th string. Then our pinky again, 7th fret, 5th string. Index finger again on the 4th string, 4th fret. Now our ring finger on the 6th fret, 4th string. Pinky at the 7th fret, 4th string, right? So what we've done so far is this. Okay, and that's actually one complete octave. So we can keep on going from there. Index finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Ring finger on the 6th fret, 3rd string. And then pinky finger on the 3rd string, 7th fret. Then our ring finger on the 5th fret, 2nd string, right there. Pinky again, 7th fret on the 2nd string. And then right there, 1st string, 4th fret. And then 1st string, 5th fret with your middle finger. And then with your pinky there on the B, 7th fret, 1st string. Notice, of course, that the 2 E strings mirror each other in terms of the scale. A lot of people just kind of skip past that point and don't recognize it, but it is handy to know that they mirror each other. It's just a good pattern to know, right? It's kind of cool, 2 octaves away. Alright, so basically I'll go through this really slowly here, just so you can try and play along. And I won't say out the fingerings, but give you an example of what it sounds like, just nice and slow. You can hit that extra note if you want, but it really ends on the A. Alrighty, so there's your A major scale. Practice it till your fingers bleed. That's the kind of standard operating procedure for a guitar player. Give her all you got. It's kind of fun. It's good practice to get used to. There's A major right there, and down. Remember my little rule. Relative minor is down 3 frets, so we're talking about F sharp minor is the relative minor. There's the major. Then get yourself used to playing in both keys, not both keys, both scales. Just do a little bit there in the F sharp minor scale, right? And just go along the fretboard. Do that in the different places, and just kind of it builds your comfort level of playing in different places. All right, so have fun with that. We'll see you later over at GuitarTipsWeekly.com.